Is the ultimate savior of WWE 2K a live service? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Is WWE 2K ready for a live service game? Recently, Greg Miller has spoken about WWE 2K possibly becoming a live service game. Now, hear me out. Some of these things are great ideas, and though I would not be opposed to a live service game when it comes to WWE 2K, I don't necessarily think it will work for the long term. Sure, it would be nice to get a couple of upgraded attires as well as arenas and shows, and you can play as you see WWE on a weekly basis. It can continue to upload and get stuff into the game. Do I think this is a possibility with WWE 2K? No, I don't. First reason, I do not think 2K is capable of making this a live service game or pumping out the content at a weekly basis. Though I love 2K, I just don't think they're capable of making such a thing happen. Do I think that they could spit out a banger game if we were given a couple of years before they released another one? Absolutely. But to be set at the demand of releasing weekly content that you see every single week on Monday Night Raw, NXT, SmackDown, and the PLEs that release, I just don't see 2K pulling that one off. And the second reason I don't think they can pull this off is because when you release these games, they need to have upgraded physics, they need to have upgraded graphics, they need to have upgraded match types. Do we really believe in a free-to-play live service game that they could be releasing updated graphics, updated engines, updated everything? And can they incorporate this within patches or within updates to the game? I personally don't believe that can happen. We can't even patch WWE 2K23 without messing up Hulk Hogan's mustache, let alone updating some graphics within a patch or updating anything when it comes to physics, any new details that might need to be added into the game if left out, such as special guest referee, or such as chain wrestling, such as diminishing face paint, such as dropping the singlets, just the minor details. Could they add this or even patch this into the game? Now, we did see a couple of patches in WWE 2K23 when we got the tired finishers, but could they do it in a full overhaul, including updating graphics every single year? I just don't see that as a possibility unless we're switching engines on the game altogether. Now, sure, if it was a live service game when it came down to a 2 or 3 year basis, I'm for it. 2 or 3 years would be perfect for a live service game. I was hoping to get the same thing with Call of Duty, which the following year we just got Modern Warfare 3, so that's out of here. But when it comes to WWE 2K23 as a live service game, Greg Miller did point out a lot of good features and points when it comes to making money for WWE. We all know WWE is a corporation that loves to make money any way that they can. So why not pull the trigger on a lot of microtransactions when it comes down to it? The other points that I love that Greg Miller made in this video was the fact that there are going to be a lot of people that don't want to purchase microtransactions. That's the great thing about it. You don't have to. You don't necessarily need to get every single Charlotte Flair attire. You don't need every Randy Orton or Brock Lesnar or John Cena attire. Just get the things that you want within the game instead of buying a season pass that only gives you so many characters. There were a lot of great things that came out of this video that were getting me quite excited, but the sheer fact of not being able to update graphics, not being able to update the engines, not being able to update details in the game would have me questioning, is this really going to work? Though I wouldn't put it past WWE to shill out the money to find a way to make this an updated service or a live service free-to-play game, I just have my doubts. Think about it. Why would WWE shill out all this money to put all the details into the game that people actually want when they can just continue to make a yearly release game at $120 and they'll probably still get their return investments on it? Although WWE, if done right, could make tons of money off of a live service game, probably even more than they're getting for the yearly service. But in order to make this yearly service game, you would have to cut back on a lot of things. What do I mean by that? You're going to have to take 1 year, 2 years to take a step back and not release a game in order to create the best game possible starting out to become your free-to-play live service game. When it comes to free-to-play live service game, yes, there are a lot of microtransactions involved, but like I said before, there's a lot of things that you wouldn't really have to pay for. you should be able to get every single arena you want. The good thing about a live service free-to-play game is you never have to get rid of any of your creator wrestlers. You never have to get rid of any of your roster members. All you're doing is updating your roster every time they patch in some more members. Another thing is you can keep all of the arenas. You can keep all of your customization. Even modes could possibly be getting upgraded. There are a lot of things that would make me excited about WWE going to a live service game and giving you the option of whether or not you wanted to take that microtransaction to upgrade your game with whatever when it comes down to arenas, attires, game modes, or even detailed features. You can possibly get more features in your My GM, your My Faction, your Showcase, your Universe mode. You could even get an upgraded My Rise system with this live service. The possibilities really are endless when you think about it. The only major downfall that I'm thinking about is the added details in the game. What if this game is missing chain wrestling? How are we going to incorporate chain wrestling into a patch? How are we going to incorporate the little details to make the game stand out and be fresh? What happens if we don't get special guest referee for 2K24 and then they wanted to just pop that in and add it? Is the match going to work, or is this going to be a bunch of broken features when it comes down to it? As much as I love 2K, we know that this gaming company has their flaws when it comes to creating patches or fixing things when it comes to My Universe, when it comes to Hulk Hogan's mustache, when it comes to My Faction, My GM, you name it, there's always gotta be some issue. So when it comes to major things like this in a live service update, where you can get weekly updates to your roster, weekly updates to your arenas, can 2K really pull this off? Like I said, I think if they take a couple of years to really work out the kinks of this game, really dig into the code when it comes to making and building 2K, I do believe that if you take a couple of years to fine-tune just about everything that you can, the possibilities really could be endless. When it comes to adding in new engines, like I said, if you're going to make this a live service game, I really only see this working for a couple of years. I couldn't possibly see myself playing a live service game with the same graphics, same engine, same details in the game just because I'm getting updated roster, updated arenas, and things of that nature. I couldn't see myself continuing to have fun on this game unless something was different each and every year. Now, is that a possibility? Is that something that they could work towards every year to create this massive patch to come into the game, and then all of a sudden all the new details are in there, all the new My Rises are in there, the new showcases, the new My Factions, the new My GM, all of the modes that fans really love to play? Could we upgrade them every single year without giving you a massive update on your game and taking a lot of storage in the process? Although I have my doubts, man, I really enjoyed that video from Greg Miller. If you haven't yet, go and check that out. It really got me excited to think about the possibilities of a live service game when it comes to WWE 2K. I feel like 2K does need something a little different to happen with this company and with our wrestling games, considering this is just the one game that is the mainstream stay for professional wrestling video games. So let me know in the comments what you guys think, and I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.